Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a review, first impressions, and swatches of Jacy's Cosmetics' newest collection that is called Amor A La Mexicana. So it comes with, basically I ordered the entire set. You could order it separately of course, but I just wanted all three things, so I got it. It comes with the palette like this, and this is the palette right here. This is the design of the box. It's very pretty, you know, charro and everything like that. I just love that whole look. I love the artwork that went into this. It's very, very pretty. We have a song in Spanish that a famous singer sings. It's called Amor A La Mexicana. It's been out for years and years and years, but that's like a classic song. It's basically saying like being loved. Love from a Mexican person. You could say it like that. It sounds kind of weird when you translate it into English, but it does say, you know, it says horse, boots, and a hat, and it just says all this richness that comes with our culture. That's basically what it sums up to be, and just the love that comes from it. I love that song. It's like one of my favorite songs. And then in the back it says Jacy Cosmetics 30 color eyeshadow palette. It is cruelty and paraben free. It does say made in China. I don't know if anybody's interested in knowing that stuff, but when you take it out of the box, it's the same type of artwork, and in the back it's exactly the same. When you open up the palette, it does have a magnetic closure because it's all cardboard packaging, and it has a huge mirror, you guys. Like I won't even try like folding it back. I'm pretty sure you couldn't. You'd probably destroy this in the middle. Right here it says Jacy Cosmetic in gold lettering. Very, very pretty. These are the tones in here. It's got a huge... If you like neutrals, this is pretty much all neutrals with some like pinks, gold, some orangey tones thrown in. And then this very unique like bluish black shade, I want to call it. It's very pretty. I wanted to use that one today. It's more like a bluish purple black almost, but very unique. These ones in here, these marbled ones, are really pretty when you swatch them. I just swatched them very lightly earlier, and I just wanted to see what the heck they look like. But I thought they were super unique the way they swatch, because it doesn't swatch how you expect it to swatch. I was like, okay, that's not the color I was expecting. Same thing with, I don't know, I like the shades in here. I will mention that when I first opened it up, it had a very chemical, like industrial smell, you know, like that. Now that I'm using it right now, it's kind of going away, so that's kind of good in a way, you know, it's not sticking. Same thing I had with the brush set. The brush set had that, just, the brush set actually was worse, because it smelled like alcohol and just very chemical smell, just straight up chemical smell. Now, it comes with this too. This is part of the set. It's Amor A La Mexicana. This is a 9-colored face palette. It has blushes, highlighters, and bronzers in there, you know, for like contouring and stuff like that. You guys already know I don't use those, so I'm just letting you guys know. It is cruelty free, paraben as well. And when you open it up, it does have a mirror in here too. It has Jacy Cosmetic just like the other one, and these are the tones in here. So all three of these on top are highlighters. The middle is all blushes, and these bottoms is like brightening plus bronzers, right? I didn't do a tutorial today, so I'm just going to tell you guys what I used. I used Reflejo de Luna, which is basically the reflection of the moon. That's what it means. And I used it as a highlighter today. The other two are equally really, really pretty highlighters. I used Amor Eterno, which is Eternal Love, as my blush, and then I used this one as my highlighter, just in case I didn't show you guys a close-up, because I know I didn't. It was this one, right? And then for the bottom one, I used Sol de Mexico, which is Mexico's sun. I used it very light to like brighten up the under eye, and then I used Tierra Mojada, which is wet dirt, and that I just used it as best as I could for contouring. You guys already know I don't use contour at all, but I decided to use it this time just to like give you guys, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that didn't even show up really. It did not show up, and it's pretty much the darkest shade in here, and I was kind of like bummed about that, because I was like, okay, well, you're pretty much not good. Like, I tried to use it as best as I could down here and stuff. It's just like, it didn't make a huge difference. It's not like, I've seen other people use bronzers, like, you know, for contouring, and you could tell the darkness of the contour going on their skin. As far as I did it, when I did it, I was like, okay, well, you can't see anything. It blends right into my skin tone. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think I'm that dark. And then when I use stuff like this, it makes me feel like I'm super dark. I don't know what the heck. I don't know how to take it like that. But I'm going to do swatches of this first before I do the palette. But I want to do the brush set before I do any of that stuff. So let's move on to the brush set first. So this is the brush set, you guys. It is a 7-piece brush set. It consists of basically 4 face brushes and what you would consider 3 eye brushes, right? Like I said, they had it wrapped in like a plastic pouch. When I opened the pouch, that's when I got hit with that chemical smell. It was really strong. Now that I have them like semi out, the smell is dying down somewhat, but it's still technically there. So I'm going to show you guys this one first. The brush sets is super pretty. Like the design of it, it's very, this is like I would consider like a metallic red sheen to it. It has Jacy Cosmetics right here, a gold rim, and then all of this is just, look how thick these are. The fibers are really, really soft. They're very soft. I would consider this quality to be very close to almost like a BH Cosmetics. It does feel very, very good. It doesn't have anything really that looks bad or cheap to it. I honestly like it. They are pretty in the middle, kind of heavy. This is the next brush I want to show you guys. Obviously, that's like a powdered brush if you want to use it that way, right? I didn't use any of the brushes today because of the smell. I'm hoping when the smell goes away, I'll be able to use them. This looks like a stippling face brush. Honestly, the way it looks is very, very funny the way it looks. I don't know what the heck to call this, but I thought it was super funny how it looked like thinner in the middle, sort of. Those are usually the ones that I see people using for their like foundations and stuff. So I thought it was maybe it was for that. Same thing, Jacy Cosmetics, and this is wood. And then of course you have the metal gold part. Same thing. Like I said, these ones look exactly like you would use for either, I would assume, an overall powder or your foundation, because it looks sort of thinner on top and thicker in the, right here near the rim. And then it's sort of like all these parts on top where the white is, it like thins out. So is that a stippling brush? You guys let me know. I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of this, okay? And then you have this one right here. And this one is what I would use for my blush. It's a very tapered to the top kind of brush. And like I said, I didn't get to use it. I would have used this today if it wasn't for the fact that it just smelled. And I was like, ooh, I'm not using you today. Then you have an angled one. This is perfect. I've seen a lot of people use these for contours, for blushes. It just depends on how you want to use it, right? That's how it's used normally. Moving on to the eye brushes, you have this one right here, and it's just very rounded on top. They're all super soft, you guys. I don't have a problem. They look really good quality considering, you know, it's an indie brand. It looks nice. This one is basically, I would use it for either a transition shade or right here in the corner, because it looks really good for those type of things, like a detailed eye brush, right? This is an angled one. This is an angled buffer brush. It is sort of like to the side right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's pretty thick. They're really, really good quality. Like I said, they feel nice. They don't feel bad at all. It's just that smell that I can't get off. I'm going to leave them out to see if it goes away after a couple of days. Most likely, it'll give it enough chance to, when I edit this video, to let you guys know if it went away or not. I'm not going to upload this video right away anyway, so... This is an angled liner brush. You guys already know what they're used for. They're for cream gel liners, basically. This is very firm. It doesn't feel hard, but it is very firm considering... Other ones that I've had are really soft. This one actually looks like it could do a really good job because it's firm enough, right? When you get your product and you're like sliding it across. I just feel like it would give you a very precise line. So it would be, you know, it's good in a way like that. So those are pretty much all the brushes. I can't remember for the life of me how much these costed, but these were being sold separate from the collection. The collection in total was, I think, $100 for all three of the palette, the face palette, and the brush set. The brushes alone by themselves, I'm not sure. So all that information will be in the description box if you guys want to check that out. You guys know it's always there for you guys to know, okay? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the face palette swatches. And like I showed you guys earlier, they do have the mirror and the 3 highlighters on top, the 3 blushes, and then the 3 liner with the contour, right? With the bronzers, if you want to call it that. I'm going to start with the first one like I always do, you guys. You already know by now. I'm going to just go across right here. So I'm going to do these 3 first, then all the blushes, then all of these on the bottom, okay? So I'm going to start with Reflejo de Luna. This is the one that I said that I used for my a highlighter earlier. I used it right here and right here. I don't even know if you guys could tell, but it's a really, really nice highlighter. Like, it's blinding. Like you can see it right there, right? It's really nice. I don't know. I liked it. That's just one swatch right there. I could totally give you guys another one. I liked it. It's a really good highlighter. And then you have Rayos de Sol. It just means sun rays in Spanish. And this one's like a really good champagne tone kind of highlighter. Then you have Besos del Cielo, Kisses from Heaven. And this is, ooh, I love this one. This is like a blush pink highlighter. All 3, I think all 3 would fit my sort of skin tone. The lighter ones tend to be okay. Like sometimes they don't work out. Sometimes they're too light. But the lighter tones definitely fit lighter skin people best. And then the bronzy ones are more for like, you know, darker skin tones. I'm not so sure about that one. That one looks like it could work for me, but I don't know. I didn't try that one today. So we're going to start with the blushes now. This is a very rose tone blush, and it has shimmer in it. That is the first one we're going to start with. So 2 of these have shimmer. The one that I'm wearing on my face does not have shimmer. So this one is called De Rosa. It's a very vibrant pink. That's just one swatch. That's pretty good. I didn't get to try that one today. Te quiero just means like a way of saying I love you or I like you a lot, you know. This is a peach tone one. This has shimmer in it also. I actually love that Te quiero has a little cactus design in it. You can't really see it anymore right now that I did the swatch, but it's a cute touch. And then Amor Eterno, which is the one that I'm using. Honestly, it's a matte, but I would consider it a satin matte because it is pretty soft in the way it feels on my skin. It's not so drying, if that makes sense. But those are all 3 of the blushes right there. They're very pretty. I'm wearing this one right now. That one is the Amor Eterno. So, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cute. I don't think you can obviously... I feel like you can see it when you look at me from close up. Right now, I don't think... Like, obviously, look, I just put some more on. It's pigmented. I had to blush it, like, you know, diffuse it a little bit by blending it out a lot because it is really pigmented, see? So now I'm going to have to, like, tap some of that off because I put too much on this side and this side is okay, so other than that, it is a pretty blush, like I said. So let me do the last 3, which is the lightning one and the bronzers. So I'm going to start with Sol de Mexico right now. This one is just like a brightening one. That's what they call it, like a matte. You know, the ones that they put, like, they tell you to put underneath your eye circles. It is very light, but it looks like it can be buildable. So that's 2 swatches right there. Like I said, I barely even used that one today. I used it like a little bit under here, even though technically I don't really use those stuff. So I don't know. To each their own if you choose to use it or not. Piel Canela, which just means cinnamon skin. This one is obviously the bronzer. I'm going to give 2 swatches. Very caramel brown matte. And then you have Tierra Mojada, which is the wet earth or wet dirt, however you want to translate it to. I'm going to give 2 swatches of this one too. This one feels like a satin matte as well. The other ones were more drier, but obviously I did that one. And yeah, it doesn't really show up on any parts of my skin. I don't know, maybe it just blends in with my skin tone a lot more, but I just don't get how people can use those. And I tried to do it for the video and it never works out. So those are the tones to this palette, like I said. I mean, I liked it either way. I love the blushes. I love the highlighters. You already know I don't use these, but I can totally see myself using this the rest of the 6 in that palette, okay? So now we're going to swatch the palette real quick. I'm going to tell you guys, since I didn't do a tutorial, I'm just going to let you guys know what colors I used for my eyes. I went in with Michoacan as my transition shade. Michoacan is where my dad is from, so I was like, I have to use Michoacan. And then I used Sonora right here, which is a shimmer. It is like a lavender icy shimmer, sort of. I used it as my overall like lid shade to darken out the outer corner, and the bottom I use Veracruz right here. And Veracruz is just this very maroon type of brown, matte of course. And then right here I use Tabasco right here, which is a very vibrant red. And you can't really tell. I don't think you can really tell on my eye, but it is there. And then for my inner corner highlight right here, I used Guerrero. And Guerrero is one of those marble type of shades. Yeah, you guys, that's what I used on my eyes. So I'm going to start right here from this corner. And I'm just going to go straight across till we get to all, you know, the end of every single row. Because it is 5 rows. It is 30 shadows. And you guys already know, the bigger the palette, the longer it takes, since these are live swatches. I'm probably going to need both arms, okay? Just like, bear with me, please. I'm going to try to go as fast as possible. Unless you get an initial reaction out of me, I'm just going to go matte, shimmer. Let's get this done. So the first one is called Mexico, and it is a brown, I want to call it like a caramel brown shimmer. It's actually not a shimmer. It's a matte with glitter. I'm getting confused here, you guys. Sorry. But it is a very pretty brown. Then you have Jalisco, and Jalisco is one of those marbled shades. It's very pretty, you guys. It's a shimmer. When you mix those colors in there, it creates this like soft mauve pink tone. It's very pretty too. Then you have Durango, and Durango is just like this orange matte pumpkin almost. It's just a very harvesty orange, like a deep spice. That's what I consider it. That's a very pretty color too. This next one, I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to try my best. It's Tlaxcana, and it is like a mauve tone matte. Yeah, you guys, my dad's from Mexico, but I'm not going to know all these dang words. I'm going to give you guys another swatch. It's very pretty, though. I didn't get to use it today. Campeche is a burgundy type of matte. Ooh, dude, that's pigmented. It does show up somewhat patchy on the bottom, but I just think that's because it's very pigmented. That's another swatch right there. A little bit of fallout, you guys, and I have no idea how that would perform on the eye, but it is showing up a little bit, just like a tiny bit patchy, so just in case. Veracruz is that one that I said I used on my outer corner. That one is showing up a little bit. It feels like dry greeny and just a tiny bit of patchy too. And it looks almost like, I wanted to say inside the pan it looked like a dark maroon brown, but now I'm looking at it, it looks more like a purple brown for some reason. I had no problems with it on the eye though, right here and down here. I don't know. Just in case. In the next row we have San Luis Botzli, and this one is a gold type shimmer. Very blinding. I could have used this as an inner corner highlight. That would have been so awesome. Look at that. It is like silvery gold reflex in there. It looks super cool in person. Baja California is a matte pink, like a ballerina tone matte. I'm going to give 2 swatches because it does look super light. Like it needs to be built up. Definitely probably wouldn't use that one on myself because it looks super light. Looks like one of those type of shades that would most likely disappear on my eye completely. But it's not a bad color. Guerrero is one of those marble shades again, and it is a shimmer. Ooh, this looks like a peach tone shimmer. In person, you guys, those marble shades look so freaking cool. When you swatch them in person, they look like they're worth it. Yucatan is another matte brown. This feels like a satin matte as well. Very, very light. This looks just like the same color of that bronzer that I used for some reason, but you guys see it, right? It's like right there. It's like blending in so badly with my skin tone that I might as well be called Yucatan skin tone, because I don't know. Look at that on my hand right there. That's how light it is. It looks really, I mean, it looks like brown, like, I don't know, a tan fawn brown, I guess. That must be what my skin tone color is. I don't know what to tell you guys. Guanajuato is another brown. There's like a lot of shades of brown in here, you guys. It's just different shades of, you know, brown. So it's not completely all the same. I'm going to give another swatch. Oh, that's such a, like, a cinnamon brown to me. Then you have Michoacan, which is the transition shade I used today. This one is super similar to this one, but one is obviously more richer in tone than the other one. So my transition shade is more like an orangey harvest brown. This one is more like a dark, deep cinnamon Sierra brown, sort of like, you know. You can tell in person when you see the swatches. I don't know if it's coming off differently with the camera and the lights, but this one is clearly more darker than that one. In the next row, we have Chihuahua, and Chihuahua is just this very light flesh tone peach color. It's a matte too. Super, super light, you guys, like crazy light. Look at that. I would not use that for nothing. Chiapas is, ooh, I love this color. It's like a corally berry tone pink. Like, yeah, it's like a coral matte. It's super pretty. Puebla looks like this dark, rich red. Oh, God, look at that. I love that one. That one's so pretty. And that is just like one swatch right there. You see that? That richness. I love that color. Zacatecas is another one of those marble tones. This one does have foil in it. But in person, it looks super cute because it looks like this berry tone pink almost, and it has a lot of little foiled and then like little micro glitters in between it. So in person it looks super cool. Morelos is a shimmer. This looks like a metallic burgundy tone, like a metallic berry burgundy. Sonora is that second color I used as my shade today. This is, like I said, it's like an icy lavender mauvey tone. It's a berry, it's a shimmer too. In the next row, we have Sinaloa, and Sinaloa looks like this rose gold type of shimmer. Look at that. Oh, God, I love that one. Aguascalientes is just a shimmer. It's a gold shimmer, straight up gold shimmer. I honestly wanted to use that one today, too. I'm going to give you guys another swatch. I think that swatch didn't do it. It's a very bright, metallic kind of shimmer. Nuevo Leon is another matte. It feels like a satin matte as well. And it is just like this dark brown. Tabasco is that red matte that I used on the bottom lid right there. It does feel kind of grainy, dry. I'm going to put 2 swatches on there. I mean, obviously the color's there. I don't know if it's still on my eye, so that says a good sign. It has pigment. Hidalgo is one of those marble shades again. This one I'm so in love with because it is like a dark mauve tone pink. And it's a shimmer, and it's, I love that one. It's just, I'm in love with that one, you guys. Narayit is a dark tone brown. It looks like a maroon brown. Quite a bit of fallout, you guys. But that is just one swatch. I can give you guys another swatch, but I don't think it needs it. It is really pigmented already on its own. Quintana Roo is a light brown matte. Super light brown. It looks almost like a peach tone brown. I'm going to give it like 3 swatches, you guys, because it looks like it needs to be built up. But look how light that is. I would not use that one. On someone lighter, I think that would totally work for you, like a transition shade and stuff like that. It's just like, for me, you know, I don't think it's going to work. Colima, oh, I love this tone. Like, it's like this orange shimmer. It's so pretty. Look at that. why didn't I use that one? Querétaro is this orange matte. It like perfectly would pair well with that one we just did. I'm going to give another swatch to that one because look at that. Oksana is a dark matte orange one. It's very pigmented. It looks like it's pigmented at least. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough room. You guys, I'm running out of room on my arms. I'm going to give that another swatch. But it's like, I don't know. You guys tell me. It is really pigmented, isn't it, though? And then Cahuila is like I want to call it like a bronzy gold type of shimmer. It's very smooth. Y'all see that? Oh, God. I love that one. Last, you guys, we have Tamaulipas. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Like I said, you guys, this is a very unique tone. It's between a dark blue and a purple. And it has all these little fine micro glitters in there. That's like, the micro glitters are basically purple, blue type of silver. I don't know. I'm going to give 2 swatches up here because I feel like it's a very unique shade. You can't see the beauty of it right now on the camera, but it has all these little tiny glitters between purple, even I can even see hints of blue and green in there, and it just, I don't know, to me that looks unique in person. And that's pretty much all of the tones in this palette, you guys. I didn't have any problems with the tones that I used today, but you know, you never know. I don't consider this like, it is an indie brand. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, it's really close to a Natasha Denona or something like, definitely not. Do I feel like it's the worst? Heck no, it's not even close to the worst that I've tried. I feel like it's very similar to, because at first I wasn't liking that chemical smell. Now it's like gone. It's gone, you guys. And the way that I did my eye look today, I actually really, really like it. I like it because you can create a lot of looks. This is like a neutral lover's dream, right? It has all those browns. It has those shades that everybody finds practical. It's not like bright in color really, except for like the exceptions like the red and the orange. But other than that, it's not really, it's not a huge thing. I don't know. I liked it. I felt like it was worth the money. Definitely, it has its little bits of parts that are patchy, like this one and that one. And other than that, I didn't see any problem with anything. I had no problems blending the colors that I have on my eye right now. And there aren't a lot of videos on Jacy Cosmetics, just so you guys know. I've looked on YouTube and there's not a lot, so I know they're not really well known. I only found about them, it was like a fluke. I was literally a fluke. I was looking on my Instagram and I went down to suggested posts and this popped up. And I fell in love with the packaging because you guys already know I'm a packaging, like, that wins me over right there, straight up. Apart from the song, right? Because I remember the song was like, Amor A La Mexicana. You know, as soon as I saw it, I started thinking about the song. I was like, I gotta buy that collection. That looks so, so cool. So, yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully, this helps you guys make a decision whether you want it or not. I definitely will leave the link down below to the actual website where you guys can find, they have a lot of stuff, like a ton of palettes and stuff, but this one kind of like won me over. So yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magica. Bye, you guys.